Hey yo, it's Lano and welcome back to another episode of Solely Survival. In last episode, we made this blacksmith house over here, and I think this looks pretty good. I really like how this turned out. I mean, I still need to get in here and do an interior because, well, there's not a whole lot going on in here, and I still have a chest monster in here, and that's going to be something that we tackle in today's episode. Hopefully that doesn't take up the entirety of today's episode, but I plan on doing that, and I also plan on linking up an auto crafter system from this. So I've been spending some time AFK over there at the sugarcane farm because, well, I'm going to need sugarcane to trade with that happy fella back there because, well, I'm going to need mending on all my tools, which I still don't have yet, by the way. And, yeah, so I've been spending some time over there, and I've just been coming over here and manually taking out all of the iron and placing them into these chests over here after crafting them, and that's super tedious. I can't be bothered. So what I'm thinking is we're going to try to link up a system between this and that building over there, and I'm going to make an auto crafting system and an item sorter over there for the poppies and stuff, and for the iron and whatnot, and hopefully we can get that going rather soon and rather quickly. I think it'll be... Wow, my texture's messed up again. Let me fix that. Okay, much better. So anyway, I think that this is going to be a really nice thing to have. I've been wanting to find a way to do an interior for this build, and honestly, with it being as small as it is, and there being all of this room up here, I just don't know what to do with it. So I'm thinking I'm just going to leave this one pretty bare and just make a redstone contraption in here for the auto crafter and whatever, and just link it up over here. But that's something that I want to work on here in a little bit. I kind of want to start with the interior here and at least try to get some rooms laid out and whatnot. I've got a couple of ideas on what I want to do, and I even have a couple of plans in here. So alongside doing the autocrafter thing, I'm also thinking I need to move a couple of villagers in here for the iron trades because, well, I think the sugar cane is going to get really expensive over there with that guy. So yeah, I've got some plans, but hopefully this doesn't take a whole episode. I don't really know what else I want to do, but I know I need to get started on this. So this is where we're starting. All right, so check this out. I've been over here working on this interior in that build over there. I still need to retexture that wall. Whoops. Anyway, I've been working hard on that, and I decided to take a quick break and come over here and get a bunch of paper and trade with this guy to get some mending books. I did get one. I went ahead and put it on my my pickaxe, but this fella here also trades a second mending book, which is cheaper than the first one. Like, what the heck is this? So, yeah, I guess this guy really wasn't a bad idea after all. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have an easier source of getting mending books. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I've got a large chunk of the interior done over there. I'm kind of finishing up the last few things right now, and when I get that finished up, I will show you what's going on over there. Alright, so I've kind of finished up the interior, and I still have a little bit more work to do, but I want to go ahead and get started on the redstone. So before I get started on that, I at least want to show you what I have done in here. So the entryway, it breaks off into these two different directions. This way has not been done yet, and there's a reason for that. I'll get into that in a second. Up here, you have the window that leads into this kitchen area, which is really simple, nothing fancy. I did not make any plans to do this as like the best interior I've ever done or anything. This is just, you know, something simple that I wanted to put in here. And then there's a little spiral staircase leading up, and then there's this little hallway area here, and I have got a little bedroom here for a couple of villagers. Now, I made this bedroom with the intention on actually housing a couple of villagers, and then realized I've got no way of keeping them contained up here unless I block off this area right here and make it to where they can't jump out this window. Actually, that might be a good idea. I don't know. We'll come back to that. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the interior. There's nothing special going on here. It's a pretty basic interior, but I think it looks good. It looks decent, at least, compared to some of the other interiors I've worked on. So right down here is where I'm going to start the redstone. And you can see I've gone ahead and started planting this just a little bit. And this has not necessarily been an easy project to work on. And, well, there's a reason for that. There's not a lot of space here. And I'm not really worried so much about the height of the space so much as I am just, well, the length and the width of this place, because there's just not a lot of room to work with. I at least have to have this size of an area to work with for an auto sorter, and technically I could move this all back one more block, but yeah, this just happens to work. So I've got the chest here marked, well, marking where the storage is going to be, and then back here is going to be where the auto sorter is. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get the items up here just yet. I'm thinking in this corner down here, there's going to be a little water vader that leads up into the hoppers over here. And that's going to be fed from an auto crafter setup that's going to be below this tower over here, below the well, the initial chest where all of the iron has been filtering anyway. So that's kind of my thought process. I'm not entirely sure how I'm just gonna pull this off just yet, but yeah, I mean, this has been a challenge. I'm good at redstone, and apparently I'm good at building, but combining the two has been a challenge. I'll tell you that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on getting some of this stuff put together. I at least want to get this area done first, because well, when I get this done, then I can start going ahead and trying to figure out how to do the auto crafter thing over here, because well, I've never done an auto crafter before, or at least not on this scale, I guess. I say the scale, it's not a very large scale. That shows how much use I've had out of an auto crafter so far. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started, so this way I can try to get all of this stuff figured out. I will see you guys here in a bit. Alright, so a quick update. The redstone down here is finally done, or at least for the item sorter itself. So you can see here that it is working, and I need to take care of that real quick. But you can see that I've got everything sorted here. There's going to be 2 chests for the iron, and then 1 chest, well, 2 chests for the bone meal, and I might change that to have 3 chests for the iron and 1 for the bone meal, because I don't really expect that to fill up like that. But yeah, so I did go ahead and put the item sorter back here, and this is one giant mess. I know all of this is going to get prettier. It is what it is for now. But the item sorter is right here, and I originally wanted to do just a row of hoppers up there, but I didn't have enough room to get the, well, the hoppers connected up to the water stream and everything. It was a whole thing. And yeah, so we're going with just a normal little water chute that's going right there over the hoppers, and I've already got the water running, as you can see. Put a little sign here. This is just to help me keep track of exactly where I am bringing the chute up later. But yeah, so this is the standard Impulse SV item sorter that's back here, and it's all working and it's all functional. It just needs to be prettified, I guess, because this area is not looking good at all. But yeah, I want to get the redstone done first. So the idea is there's going to be a chute right here, and it's going to go down, and it's going to lead up into that, and it's going to go over the sorters right here. But that chute is going to be coming from that tower, from underneath the ground over there, where the auto crafter setup will be. And that's going to be a challenge, because I've never done that before. So we're going to have to figure that out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm up for the challenge. I think it'll be fun. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do this. What I am currently thinking is I'm going to take these chests and I'm going to remove them, and I'm going to point these hoppers right here down. What? Did I put more chests back there? Apparently I did. I don't remember doing that. Whatever. Okay, anyway, these hoppers will be facing down, and there'll probably be a bigger area underground for the auto crafter setup, unless I can fit it in here. Nobody is really going to walk in here. I don't anticipate walking in here, so that's not going to be too big of a problem for me, I guess. But either way, it's going to be coming from this area, and then it's going to run underground all the way over to there, and it's going to link up and everything like that. And that's one thing that I really, really like about doing redstone, is you can kind of connect the builds up in different ways like that. And I think it's going to be fun, right? In one of my old worlds before I started my YouTube channel, pretty much all of my builds were connected up with redstone somehow. So like, I had an iron farm in one area, and it led over to another build which housed the iron, but also dropped it and put it over into another building as well. So I had like one centralized area for everything, but all of the builds with the different farms were linked up to that one build. It was a really cool thing, and I want to bring that sort of thing back, but that's going to be a lot of work, and I don't know that I'm going to have time for that sort of thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm going to quit rambling. I'm going to get back to doing this and getting this all figured out. I will see you guys when I'm done with that. Okay, so I've done some more work, and I wanted to drag you along with me as I do this, mainly because I don't know what I'm doing, and that can sometimes be good content. So here we go. I've gone ahead and dug out this floor right here, and I shouldn't need all of this space. This contraption is relatively small. It's just pretty tall, honestly, but this should be more than enough space for me to work with. So I just need to get down there and do that. I left one floating chest up there. We're not going to talk about it. Anyway, yeah, I need to get the actual contraption down there. I've got to go get some more redstone supplies, I think. I need more comparators and repeaters and an auto crafter. I don't even remember how to build one of those. Hold on. Okay, iron, dropper, redstone, crafting table. Simple enough. I can do that. So this shouldn't be too bad. I just got to get down there and get it put in. Let me go and grab some materials real quick. All right, so I'm back at the iron farm, pretty much over the hole that I just dug out, and I'm hoping to get this thing started now. I should have all the materials needed for this. This is all the space that I really need. I mean, I'm going to need a wider area probably, but if I have to push this wall back or something, it shouldn't be a problem. I plan on putting the floor back in, so all this is concealed anyway. So there shouldn't be any issues as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. I am following a tutorial by my good buddy Cube Prospector. And yeah, I'm going to leave the link to that tutorial down in the description below if you guys want to go and check it out. I learned a lot of my redstone from him recently, and I mean, he's just a great guy. Go and check out his channel if you haven't already. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. I will see you guys here in a minute. All right, so the redstone is put in down here. I just haven't linked it up with the build over there yet. I at least wanted to show it off a little bit. So up here is where the iron gets dispensed whenever the golems die, and then it trickles all the way down here into this. And then there's an item sorter right here that filters the iron, and this one will slice off into this crafter right here, which will make the iron blocks. And then this other one over here is going to turn all of the poppies into a bone meal, which I honestly probably should have put another hopper there just to hold those for the time being. The only reason I've got these here is because I'm too lazy to go grab a chest. And I don't want to lose any of those drops right now. I need to get a water stream going from right here all the way over here to, well, right here in this spot to link up right here with this item sorter. And that should, in theory, work, and I shouldn't have any issues. And yeah, I don't know. I'm happy about that. I will fix up this floor once this is done. I'll probably at least try to decorate a little bit in here to make it a little bit more appealing, but we'll see what happens because this has been a challenge for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this waterway moved in, and what I'm thinking out is that these blocks will shoot out right here, and there could be a water stream right here where well, the water will flow that direction, leading all the way over to here, up and into this, and it shouldn't be too bad. This should be relatively simple. At least I'm hoping so. I don't think I should have any issues with this. I gotta go make sure I've got enough ice to do this, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna get this done. I will see you guys here in a bit. All right, so I'm finally done with the redstone. It is finally put in. You can actually hear it working from up here. So I don't have any iron trickling in from right there right this second. I went ahead and took everything out of that chest and just started plopping them into hoppers. And you can hear the composter doing its thing down here. And what should be happening is every now and again, the bone meal gets spit out from this this crafter, and then it gets sent down this water stream. Now, I mentioned I needed to make sure that I had enough ice for this, and then I realized I still haven't found any ice yet this season. So back here, I had to do an extra step, and I had to make a hopper leading down to an auto dropper system that is feeding right up this water vader, leads all the way up and into the item sorter here. What is going on there? Are those... Okay, they're making bone blocks. I need to reset my filters. Okay, I'm glad that I free cam down there. But you can see that it's working. So the iron is also doing the same thing, and it's all going where it needs to go. And then when you get all the way on down here to the storage room itself, you'll see that it has started going ahead and filtering this, and everything should be good and ready to go. Let me move that. Yeah, see that's doing the thing there. That'll take a little while to fill up, but that's okay, that's whatever. But for now, the exciting part is that all of this is set up. I just need to finish decorating this room, and I need to fix up this room again over here because this is a giant mess. Again, this entire episode is a giant mess. I went in with one idea, and it's been a complicated mess since then. Honestly, I don't know that I'm going to get too much else in this episode, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start getting these two rooms decorated and put back together, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys here in a bit. Alright, so I am finally done with the interiors, and I think I am happy with the results. So in here, I've just got a basic little thing. There's just a bunch of bookshelves and chiseled bookshelves in there for some texturing, and then there's some seating and stuff around here, and then a little magazine holder, I guess, or something, I don't know. And then there's some extra lighting, and then shelving and everything. Not that we're really gonna need these, but they look cool up there, so I'm gonna take it. and then a carpet to break up the floor a little bit. I mean, this is a pretty standard lane interior if I've ever seen it. So, yeah, down here is where the farm is, and you can see actually right then it was just working. And so the poppy part down here where it composts and everything, that is a little slow. Like, yeah, it's taking its sweet time. But the iron part has been churning out pretty much non-stop, and I am really, really happy with it. And yeah, so it seems to be working flawlessly. It is all transporting over here as it should. And then right down here, I left it very, very simple. I didn't want to do anything super, super crazy down here because I didn't think it really needed it, to be honest with you. This is meant to look a little bit more like a plain basement that's just for storage. There's not really any need for anything extra down here. But up there, I've got the chest labeled, so I've got the 3 iron ones, and then I've got the one bone block one here. The bone one, it's still not entirely full yet, so the sorter hasn't really kicked in for it, but it has been working nonetheless. And then these have been working for sure. I mean, this is all of the iron I have collected. Now, this is not all from today's episode, obviously. This is the same iron that I had over there, and honestly, I still have more that I could probably put in here. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. I mean, there's not really much going on, and, well, because it has taken me a week to do all of this, I don't really know that I have the time to do anything else in today's episode. I haven't edited down. I don't know how long this episode is or anything like that. So if it ends up being short, I apologize. But yeah, so the villagers that I was going to move in here, I'm not going to do that today because I think I want to go ahead and make a villager breeder at some point because I'm going to end up needing more villagers at some point. I'm going to need better trades. I'm going to need a better food source because, well, this is all the steak that I have, which is pretty much all the food I have. And you're probably thinking, Lane, you have all of this wheat planted. You have potatoes and carrots and the same over here. And then the other farm at the other house all the way out there. And yeah, that's true. But this is for decorative purposes. And I don't want to break all of this and then have to, you know, stare at the ugly mess that is left behind and wait for it to grow. So I'm just going to leave that like it is. And we'll figure that out. So, yeah, hopefully in the next couple of episodes, we'll get a villager breeder going. In the meantime, in between episodes, I'm probably going to spend a lot of time with that guy over there in that house because I'm going to need more bending books. I still have one more in one of these chests over here that I need to put on this, but I need more for my armor, and then I need one for my fortune pick. I still need another one for my axe here, so about 5 more books. That shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, because of how long all of this has taken me and everything else, I think I'm gonna have to end it here today. So thank you all for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to show your support by liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. There's a link to my merch down in the description below, and you can also support by getting a membership there and everything as well. My name is Lane. I will catch you guys in the next one.